Big old 99 Patty Mahomes is now live in Madden 23, and there's a lot of intricacies we're going to be talking about in today's video regarding getting this player, how to get him for cheap, as well as some interesting coin making methods and potentially a little glitch that's going on with his set. So Sauce and family, hope you guys watching this are all having a wonderful start to your day. I appreciate y'all so much for the love on the channel, and without further ado, let's talk about how this card works to start with, and then we'll get into all those other tips and tricks. Now, the way this Patrick Mahomes card works is very simple. When you go to your sets and you filter it on over by the overall tab right here, you guys will see there are now 2 sets in game giving you 99 Pat Mahomes. Now, the first one right here requires a Super Bowl MVP collectible, and sadly enough, the only way you can get this is by spending money on packs. You had to buy this earlier on in the year, but if you've got this token in your binder, well, you can go to the set, put it in, and get 99 Pat Mahomes. And option number 2 when it comes to getting this card is putting in 397 overall Super Bowl players to get 99 Pat Mahomes. Now, of course, you'll also be getting these players back as BNDs, and interestingly enough, we'll talk about this a little bit later, but there's actually a glitch going on with this set. I'll explain why later in the video. And really quickly as well, for those of you guys that have yet to see the stats on this card, he's got 94 speed, 98 throw power, really nice. Otherwise, every single other stat is a 97 or higher. The play action, the accuracies, the throw under pressure, the throw on the run, the awareness is a 99 as well. So the stats, tick that off, they're incredible. Then in terms of abilities on this player, he's going to get Gunslinger for 0 AP. That's massive. Bucket 1, 2, and 3 are going to give you a bunch of other abilities like Fearless, Identified, QB Playmaker, Hot Route Master, and I believe you can get Gunslinger, Pass Lead Elite, Hot Route Master, and Fearless for only 5 AP on this player, making him the best card in the game when it comes to abilities. And the cherry on top is this Pat Mahomes card gets the Slinger 2 release, which is the second best release in this game. It's very close to the best release in this game, so honestly, this is the perfect quarterback right now. He's got the best release, or at least the second best release, which is really good. The stats are amazing, the abilities are amazing. Now let's talk about how we can get this card for the cheapest way possible, how some people are getting this card for free, and then we'll talk about the set little glitch as well as a little bit of a way to make coins at the end of the video. Okay, now in terms of getting this player on your team, there's really 2 different options. Option number 1 is going to the auction block, filtering it down by our boy Patty Mahomes by the quality 98 to 99, and simply buying him on the block. Now, realistically, you're probably going to spend about 1 million coins on the card. In my opinion, I think that's actually a fairly decent deal. As you guys can see, cards are getting posted up for about 1 million coins, and I'm not going to lie, I am tempted to get this card on my team. Usually, I would never spend over 1 million coins on a player, but the stats, the abilities, the release, it's all incredible, so I'm really tempted to drop 1 mil on this card. Now, option number 2, of course, is going to be going through and completing this set for the player. In terms of how this set's going to work, as you guys can see, you're putting in 97 overall Super Bowl MVP players, and realistically, you're spending about 700,000 coins per card. As you guys can see, that's what the price of these players are right now, and if we do 700,000 multiplied by 3, yeah, that's giving us a big number. It's 2.1 million coins to do this set, which in my opinion isn't really worth it, even when you consider the fact that you get these 97s back as BND and you can get some training off of these players. Realistically, that might be giving you 700,000 coins back in return, but overall your net cost of this set is still going to be about 1.4 million coins. So in my opinion, I don't think it's worth doing this set. If you want to get the player, the best way to do so is probably just by buying him on the auction block. But here's kind of a caveat to that, as well as an interesting thing that's going on with the set. Now, first of all, if you have these 97 overall Super Bowl players and they're currently in your lineup and you're like, you know what, I honestly don't mind just converting these players to BND and getting Pat Mahomes, that's honestly not a bad idea. Like, let's say for example, right now you've got like Julian Edelman, you got Jerome Bettis, and maybe you got a card like Travis Kelce on your team. Well, what you can do is just put those players that you've already got on your team into the set and then select those cards back as BND, and yes, you will be losing out on some value, but you'd basically be getting 99 Pat Mahomes like for free. So if you're in that situation, I don't think that's a bad idea. Like, you'll get 99 Pat Mahomes as well as get those 97s back as BND. Honestly, if you want to make that play, I support it. Want to open up packs with better odds than EA Sports gives you? Well, check out mudpacks.com to open up packs, win coins, and withdraw them directly to your account. And of course, use code SWIFT as you're checking out the site for 15% off. Now, otherwise, a kinda unique little glitch right here is, look, when we filter it down by the 97s, the LTD players do go into this set as well. So James Bradbury right here, as you guys can see, is an LTD. He goes goes into the set. Frank Clark, he goes into the set. I actually tested this with my Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and yes, he did go into the set. And I was really curious. I was like, yo, no way. What if I put these cards into the set, I get them back, and I just quick sell them for 350k training? That would be a really good situation, but fellas, unfortunately, that's not the case. If you want to put LTDs into the set, which I actually don't really recommend you do, instead of just getting the cards that you put in back as BND, you get this little fantasy pack. I'll pop it up on the screen. It's basically just going to give you the option of all the 97s in this game other than the LTDs. So all like the set piece 97s, you get to pick one of them. So do I recommend you put LTD players into the set? I don't really recommend you do so. I will say it's really peculiar that they're even allowing LTDs to go into the set. Like usually that would never happen. Like absolutely never. Like man, that would never be happening. I can't really think of any other set in this game, like a master set in particular, that allows LTD players. That's really weird. This one right here, it does though, but I don't really think you should be taking advantage of it in that way because LTD cards are unique. They have that 350k quick sell value, which makes them, in my opinion, more valuable than a card like 97 Julian Edelman or 97 Ray Lewis. So if you're looking to put cards into the set that you already have on your team, I would say steer clear of the LTDs and maybe put in some of like your set piece 97s. So really quickly, just to summarize that, if you want Pat Mahomes, just simply buy the card on the block. It's not worth doing the set for him. If you already have the players though, then that's an interesting situation. You can kind of get Patty Mahomes for free by doing that. And yes, I would say Mahomes is worth 1,000,000 coins. To be honest with you, I rarely give a card that stamp of approval, but I would say this card is worth it. I actually might spend $1,000,000 on this player and upgrade from Joe Flacco to 99 Mahomes. Now, before we go, I am pretty intrigued by these packs in the store because as you guys can see, prices have been absolutely skyrocketing when it comes to Super Bowl players because right now, everyone's looking to get these sets done. So what I'm going to do is try out a couple of these packs. You know, they might fail, they might not be very good, but I think the opportunity is here. The market's high, and that means it's kind of worth it to open up packs. Now, I will say it's very tough to make coins when you're opening up packs, but let's try round number one. We're going to get an 84 Rod Woodson, an 81 Jalen Watson, but that's not really the exciting part. Round number two and round number three is where we gotta be great because right now, like I was saying, these Super Bowl cards have jumped up in price. People are looking to get the 96s, which means that sometimes they'll do the set for those cards and they'll buy up some of the 94s, and then people will do the set for the 94s and they'll buy up some of the players that go into that. And realistically, what that's going to do is kind of create a little bit of a chain effect where overall these prices will go up. So McCole Hardman right here is a 92. That's a great pull. Let's see how much he's going to sell for. And honestly, this could be a number that's not that exciting. It could be really good as well though. And yes, McCole Hardman at 70k, that's insanity. And yeah, just to summarize, again, I would say it's actually worth buying the card on the block. I might buy him off camera. I might buy him a little bit later on in the day. If he goes down to like 800k, I'm probably going to scoop up the card right there. Otherwise, I would say if you can do the set and you've already got those cards, be sure to do so. Don't put LTDs in the set because that's probably not worth it. And yeah, that's going to do it for me. If you've enjoyed today's video and you want to stay up to date with more content on my channel, hit that sub button down below. Of course, it's optional, but it's also free and it just keeps you up to date with more videos like this. So if you enjoyed and you don't want to miss out, hit that red sub button. And to check out another video that I think you'll enjoy, click this on the screen.